Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from the 1st to the 15th of December 2020. If you have Gemini aspects in your chart, this could be for you, or if you're a Gemini cross-watcher. Right, let's have a look. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the theme? 1st to the 15th of December 2020. What is the theme for Geminis watching this video, please? What is the theme? They're saying you must use discernment. You must use discernment. The Magician. Manifestation. Trying to gain what it is you want, maybe. We've got the Sun. Oh, some power here behind your manifestation. Maybe you know what it is you want. Be careful what you wish for, is what I'm hearing. Be careful what you wish for. Right, let's have a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. The 1st to the 15th of... Interestingly, we've got the sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures and a fresh start. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. The Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. The Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. The Bell. Announcement. Heart. Love, deep affection and caring. And Needle and Thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Beautiful. Let's see. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 1st to the 15th of December 2020. So we've got the Healer, the Village, and a sincere wish will be granted. So maybe people are trying to will this on. Maybe some people are going to help you grant this wish. And we've got the Stone Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. So there could be something stagnant here. Something is blocked, or you felt like it was blocked and you're trying to manifest a way out. We've got the Orphan here. So maybe you feel alone. Maybe you feel like you're not supported, or there's people that don't understand you. Let's have a look. Maybe you're trying to manifest a way out of something. So Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Gemini, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 1st to the 15th of December for our... Okay, so we've got stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance and flexibility, palm tree. And then we've got a karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. So let's take a look. We'll go with the Moon Oracle now. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. From the 1st to the 15th, we've got Rebel and Athene. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Athene. Someone's trying to break free of something here. Let's see what Athene is referring to as well. Right, Athene, Gemini energy. Too many irons in the fire. A goddess reveals that the questioner possesses a wealth of inherited talents and gifts. They can be used for good of others or for self-advancement. Athene suggests that solely looking after your own interests may not be the way to achieve the result you want. It may be that if you use your abilities in the service of others, you'll gain your desires in a more positive and fulfilling way. The last of the young white goddesses sees each problem as a chance for creative thought. The nature of air and Gemini is a versatile and broad-minded. There's a danger of being too diverse in attitude for the current situation. If this goddess card is selected, then June will be a significant month with regard to the question. Don't forget we had a sincere wish will be granted in the village. So are we setting some kind of goal here? Possibly at the expense of other people, maybe. Are you trying to break out of something at the expense of others and to serve yourself, maybe? Maybe there's a risk of an imbalance here. Let's take a look. Maybe there's some kind of imbalance. Let's go with the Sun Oracle this time. So Spirit for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from the 1st to the 15th of December 2020. Can you please give me some information for our Geminis for this month? 1st to the 15th of December. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. The healer, concentration, maybe focusing on, very focused on the self, or maybe not focused enough on the self. Maybe you're focusing on too many other things going on. You're trying to heal everything and you're not focusing on you. Maybe you're trying to focus on a broad spectrum and you need to hone it in. Maybe you're not focusing on something broad enough. Let's have a look. Gemini, please. 1st to the 15th of December 2020. Where are your priorities? Let's have a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from the 1st. So there's egotism, impulsiveness and fortune. So are we operating on an egoic mindset that is not serving anyone? And then we've got empathy. So we might need to reel back what we think we need, because we need to maybe look at a different perspective here and to understand what the real situation is maybe. Let's take a look. What tarot deck are we using, Spirit? Let's use this. Okay. Okie doke. Let's move these cards out of the way. Move this along. And let's do the shuffle for you guys. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 1st to the 15th of December 2020. Let's take a look. What is happening the 1st to the 15th of December for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? There's a decision that is going to need you to require empathy in order to make it, and there's an impulsive element to this decision. You're feeling the urge to make a decision very quickly, but are you doing it on the basis of the right perspective? Because there's an empathic element to it that maybe is being overlooked. And we've also got strength, so we've got ego here, so this is the second egoic. Are you trying to push through a situation at the expense of all other things? Because if that's the case, we need to focus on the real healing here, not the healing to heal what we think is what we need and what we should have. That sounds harsh, but we need to be balanced with this, because it's going to come back at some point and be like, oh, you wished for your own gain and actually it's hurt others. Let's now take a look at this, because we've got the Sun here again. This is the second Sun card. It's landed on egotism, right, and stability. So are you seeing this for what it is at the expense of, are you trying to gain security at the expense of all other things? Because we've got 7 of Cups here, so there could be illusions here. There could be choices to be made. And again, they're asking you to use discernment. They're asking you to use empathic viewpoints, because it's going to serve you. Try not to do it at the expense of yourself and all others. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So there's an imbalance in emotions here. There's a possible imbalance of emotions. Could be to do with a third party. Let's take a look. There's some kind of, in fact, let's get another deck and take a look. Spirit, what is this Queen of Cups in the reverse for Gemini's reading? What is the Queen of Cups in the reverse? So there's a focus on building confidence and healing focus on healing the self. There's an emotional imbalance here. Someone's putting a front on it, and again, someone's upset and wounded, and rather than acknowledging the healing that needs to take place, they're coming from an egoic point of view. So someone's been upset by something, and rather than having empathy for themselves or others, they're coming from a fiery point of view, and it's the emotions are imbalanced in this. Someone's emotions are imbalanced. They're about to make some very quick decisions at the expense of themselves, and then it's going to come back around at one point in spirit, going to be like, did you learn yet? So we need to make sure that we're using discernment here, because otherwise we run the risk of repeating things that don't need to be repeated. So let's have a look. Let's take a look here, please, for the lovely Gemini from the 1st to the 15th. 1st to the 15th, please, of December 2020. December 2020, please. There's a, I'm hearing solidarity, but I wanted to say independence. That's weird. That's interesting. There's a clarity here that's offered. It's an offer of independent thought and independent. There's a lesson. There's an opportunity here of understanding why situations happened, and to bypass egoic viewpoints in order to gain a further understanding that's going to really benefit. If you can balance these emotions out, it's going to really provide a lot of independent sort of thoughts and a real kind of, evolved view. A really evolved view. Yeah, there's a clarity here. There's a truth. There's a truth. It's offering you truth. It could be, again, it's an ego lesson. This is an ego lesson. And so if you're trying to manifest or manipulate a situation to your favour, I wouldn't recommend it. Someone could be rushing in to defend their security and their ground with something they want, but they're saying it's not going to go to plan, because it's, again, there'll be a wish granted, but who is it at the expense of? You know, that's how I want to say it as well. Right, let's see, Gemini 1st to the 15th. There's a victory here, but it is, and let's say there's a third party situation involved, or if there isn't a third party situation involved in the situation, there's a security measure involved. Like, it could be involving money, it could be involving your security, your finances. There's a possible risk of yes, you'll gain it, but you've fed into an egoic type of perspective here that at some point you're going to have to be tested on again. If this is a third party situation though, there's manipulation. Someone's trying to manipulate a situation here to gain a victory, but it's a false victory. Because someone it's not going to speed anything up, it's slowing you down. This is slowing someone down, but someone feels left out. Someone feels like someone feels rejected. Thank you. I've just seen the 4 of Cups. If someone feels their ego someone's been triggered by rejection, and so someone else is trying to put the wrong the right the wrong, because they don't want to stay in this energy. They want to make an investment in this for the long term, but someone else is, it could be for many different reasons. It could have been that it's not the right time, it could have been that it just wasn't the right circumstances, but someone's assumed that it's been an outright rejection, or something's triggered this person, yeah, and they're not looking at it from the right perspective. It could have been gossip from other people, there could have been information given from other people, there could have been a lack from other people, but whatever this situation is, someone is not looking at this the right way, and spirit are like, you need to stop, use discernment, and try and rebalance and recalibrate your energy, because you're not looking at this the right way, which is why someone's making these moves to push forward a situation, but there doesn't need to be. But this is definitely, I think, a decision around something, love, Yeah, there's a competitive element. Someone's trying to compete in a situation. You don't need to compete. Why would you need to compete about something that is for you? And not only that, but you're creating more work here. Whoever this is for, you're creating more work. Because all you're doing is you're showing spirit that you're not ready and you're not at a vibrational match or a level. Because, again, Two of Pentacles, it's like you want to force a decision to be made. You don't want to wait. Maybe you're tired of waiting. You're trying to force a decision through. This is not, Spirit saying this is not the way to go about it. You want that offer of love. You want to turn the tides. You want the energy to be shifted. You don't want to wait. You want that information. You want it now. You want it yesterday. There is a decision or a feeling of if you wait, you're going to get rejected. But this is actually, it's actually past life trigger that you've hit upon here. Because this is the thing. Would you rather someone take the time to decide what they want and then they're all in, or would you rather rush them, they make a decision, and then they get to the end of the whenever it is and they go, oh, actually I've decided this was a bit of a rush job, wasn't it? I think I need to go back and decide again because I don't know if I'm 100% sure. You would be like, are you joking? I would personally want them to decide first before I get into anything. And this is the problem. Someone's not taking no for an answer here because of a third party, and it's because of ego. It's healing. It's because there's no healing it's involved. Someone feels wounded by this, and it's because of a past trigger. You need to look into that, but you need to go within. Someone's not looking within. There's no perspective on this. You're too busy fighting it externally. You need to go in and look at this internally. This is an internal issue, not an external issue. Because again, Seven of Swords, either you are missing something to do with this, or you're encouraging someone to just choose you and then be untruthful about what they really feel. We need truth, right? We don't want to force someone into a position where they're not going to tell the truth because they think that's what you want to hear. That's not how we do it. And if you think that's how you do it, this is the wrong channel for you. I'm going to be honest. This is the wrong channel for you. We do not do that kind of thing here. Page of Swords, lessons learned and putting the work in. This is not cutting corner situation here. We need to put the hard graft, because there's no point getting into this and going, oh, we didn't really figure this out before we got into a relationship. Let's now get into a relationship. Now there's hard work. What do we do now? Well, we need to do the hard work. Now let's just cut another corner. Then what are you going to do? If you keep people are cutting too many corners here. And it's like we need to use, again, it's discernment. Again, this energy is not ready because they're showing me a future energy here, and that's why it's not decided. It's because it's not ready. You're missing some details. You are missing some details here, you or them, someone, and there needs to be time put between this, because otherwise you're going to get to a point where at some point you're going to go, oh, do you know what, I wish I'd waited, because, you know, actually I've seen things very differently now. But you're not in that energy yet because you're not out of it. What you're doing is this is an ego death. You're being offered an ego death to upgrade in your intuition. This is Knight of Rods. This is the soul's unsettled, and the Queen of Rods. So you've got a counterpart situation. Someone could be in another relationship. You want them to leave possibly this other situation, but they're not ready. They're 100% not ready, and that's why this energy is not made up its mind yet. It's just not ready. There's a Tower moment. You're going to push, and 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 there'll be a Tower moment. So you need to 100%, if this is resonating, I would not recommend the pushing. I would not recommend the push or the manifestation to push to the point where there's a Tower moment. Clarify Tower moment, please. Again, this fell on the Sunrise, the Hermit. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yes, it's going to create a fresh start, but if you don't get the perspective, then how can we create the fresh start? It's all well and good creating a Tower moment, but what's going to replace it? Is it going to be another dud? We need the real deal here. What is the Tower moment, please? This is going to happen, though. An argument. There's arguments here. There's two people arguing over a situation that's about the future and about what's going to happen. And someone wants it now. And I'll be honest with you, it looks like someone's like, well, this is not equal to me. I don't want to sit and argue about this. I'd rather just leave. But this is the thing. Someone is trying to come between this person and you, right? And again, it could be a multitude of different people. Okay, so you're going in and doing all this. Bide your time. Bide your time, because that energy is not going to always do that. But I feel like you're pushing for someone to realise this quicker than they're going to realise it, and then you're the one that's being you're scapegoating yourself. You're allowing yourself to be scapegoated in this situation. Why are you allowing yourself to be scapegoated? This is apparently not your issue, right? This is someone else's that's trying to disrupt the connection. So don't you volunteer to be the fool guy in this situation. That makes no sense. You need to just take a step back. You know, this is how I would do it. It's up to you. Take it slowly. This is not meant to be rushed, but there's a risk of a tower moment here because it's just not ready, and someone's not taking no for an answer. So let's look at outcomes for this situation. Let's look at outcomes. Let's see what's going to actually happen here. There's definitely some kind of tower moment though happening. They just said you've got to use discernment. They keep saying the same thing. If all else fails and you're not sure, write a text. Don't send it that night. Sleep on it. Wait till the next day and then read the text back. The likeliness is you're going to sit and go, thank goodness I didn't send that text. Outcome for Gemini. 1st to the 15th, please. 1st to the 15th. There is a again, if you push this, there's going to be a third party situation, because what they're going to do is go, okay, cool, let's create this situation where I push the subject, they're not ready, and then this person then just defaults into a third party situation. The advice from the guides is, what is the advice from the guides? Balance. And there's something you're missing about your person and why they're stuck in this situation. You're missing that point, which is why you're pushing it in a certain way. There's something about a masculine here that someone is not understanding in an empathic point of view, and so they're pushing and forcing a situation. I feel the masculines are the ones that are in a pressure situation and they're stuck. And you could sit there and go, well, why does he have priority over me? He doesn't. But if you're trying to understand where this person's coming from, then this is the point and the perspective you need to gain, because it's going to help you find a solution. All right. We've also got the Chariot and Fortune. So there's a way out of this, but it involves you recalibrating your perspective. And that's to raise your vibration to Empress level. Because at the moment I'm seeing Queens. We need to raise your perspective to the Empress, which is that she's observing that this masculine's in a tricky spot. He's trying to close out his old life. He needs to have time to understand something. We give him time. We understand that perspective. We don't push it to a tower moment unless you really, I mean, let's see, if they push to a tower moment, what's the outcome? Or is that inevitable? If they push to the tower moment, yeah. Yeah, it's an impulsive energy. I'll be honest with you, this could also be a sexual connection. So the tower moment could be someone offering sex to kind of seal the deal, and it's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because again, it's like you're trying to wrap the deal up with that kind of energy. That's not going to end well. Spirit are asking you to raise your vibration. That's not the way we do it here. We don't just sleep with people just to seal the deal here. We honor a divine connection with ourselves and our other person. We don't jump into that kind of energy, especially when there's other people involved. There's a lack. This is going to go, again, this is about your security and building on a firm foundation. The 5 of Pentacles, the palm tree, the new fresh start. We need to do this the right way. If it's not going to do this the right way, don't force it because it's just not ready. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Someone wants to hold on to something. They don't want to see the other perspective. Okay, guys, this was your reading for Gemini. I hope that helps. Keeping my fingers crossed for you guys. Thank you for your likes, your shares, subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Just to give you a heads up, the lives on the 30th and the 2nd will be not happening because I'm taking some time off. The monthlies will still get posted, but the lives on the 30th of November and the 2nd of December will not be going ahead, so they won't be uploaded after the live. But the other astrological first part of December's will, as usual. Will be going live again on the 4th of December. So if you're watching this in the second or latter parts of the, you know, or, I don't know, middle part of December, then this doesn't apply to you. If you're watching it when it's uploaded, then it might apply to you. So guys, wishing you the best of luck. I hope this goes well for you. Take care. Bye.